Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Nobody's got that on their bingo card today. Absolutely incredible result. And look, talk to us, Liverpool fans. Talk to us. I was on the verge of doing Liverpool in crisis video. I changed it to laugh at Liverpool because I think crisis is a bit too far when you've won your first 3 games of the season. But you've got to also say that somewhere this does land between, you can't just brush it under the carpet. You're at Anfield against a team that many people would put down near the bottom, and you've played 90 minutes with 11 people. There's not a VAR decision. There's not a refereeing decision. There's not 10 men. You've been beat 1-0 by a team that, yeah, you've had more possession and you'd want to do better, but you didn't do better. They defended well. They scored their goal. They've won the game. And I think there can't be any complaints about that results because Liverpool just weren't very good. So, you know, is this a bounce down to earth for Arne Slot and Liverpool fans? You don't win titles losing at home to Nottingham Forest. So I think that has to be something that Liverpool fans and the rest of us take on board. Very good start to the season for Liverpool. Really good football. Slot adapts with no transfers by taking a Klopp side that was on the road to something. But I think even today, although it could just be a blip, you can't lose those sort of games if you want to win a title. So Liverpool out of a title race already? Were they ever in one? Well, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't not be out of a title race. But I think that looking at the game from all accounts, Liverpool, after an international break, at home, at Anfield, probably complacency is the word, isn't it? I mean, Man United just went to Southampton away and we were like, oh, newly promoted team, 12:30 on a Saturday. Everyone expects us to get a result. It's a bloody nightmare after 2 weeks break. And we've got the result, thank God. They missed the penalty. But Liverpool at home, 3 o'clock against Forest, you sort of like, you've won that game before you've even played it. We're saying Slot's going to win his first 4. And that complacency has obviously fed in because it's not like they've had 30 shots with 20 on target and their goalkeeper's had a worldie. Liverpool have had chances, but not chance after chance after chance. And Forest have played a good game. And look, I watched Brentford play against Liverpool at Anfield. And at 1-0, Brentford had a good 20 minutes. So you can get at Liverpool. I mean, Man United, we had 2 chances with Xerxes at Old Trafford. All right, they were 2 or 3-0 up at the time. But you can get at Liverpool. And yeah, but I suppose that Man United game sort of softens the blow maybe in the sense that he has got that in his back pocket, hasn't he? I won my first 3 games. I went to Old Trafford. I played them off the park. I've won that. You know, I've settled in quite well. But it's these unexpected results that are really frustrating, aren't they? And as we've got the North London derby tomorrow, if Arsenal was to drop points there, Man City have got the job done against Brentford today. They could actually have this title wrapped up by Christmas if we're not careful. But I'm stunned by that from Liverpool today. I think this league offering up these types of results is great in the sense that, you know, any other league, you'd be going, that's amazing. What an amazing result that is. But when you know you've got Man City at the top, you sort of like just go, well, that's another one who's not going to compete for the title then, isn't it? So I think, but look, Liverpool's journey is Liverpool's journey to manoeuvre. There was never not going to be bumps in the road as well. You know, you're not going to take over from Jurgen Klopp and suddenly become prime Pep Guardiola winning, you know, 10, 15 games in a row, destroying teams. Liverpool had vulnerabilities last season towards the end of the season under Jurgen Klopp with these players. They're still going to have vulnerabilities. They're still going to have off days. And today is an off day. I'm sure they're probably going to win the next 2 or 3. But today was an off day for Liverpool. It was a reality bite. And I think what we're trying to understand with Liverpool, and it will take a few more weeks, is just where they settle into this Premier League. I think after the first 3 games and the momentum of what Klopp's left, you started to think, well, maybe they could compete with Man City and Arsenal. And today you're sort of like, maybe they're sort of third and Arsenal and Man City are going to go away from them. Or maybe they could drop into the rest of the races with the Newcastles and the Man Uniteds and the Brightons and the Chelseas and the Spurs. I personally think Liverpool, I mean, it sounds a bit cheap after this result today, but I personally think Liverpool are better than that. I think they do sort of fall behind Man City and Arsenal, but ahead of the rest. But that result today, it could just be international break complacency or it could be a bit of a reality bite as to where Liverpool are. Because I'm surprised by that. And what we must do as well, is give Nottingham Forest their flowers. I mean, at the end of the day, they're fourth in the league. They've got 8 points. I mean, they are. They're joint third with Brighton. They've drawn 2 and won 2. So they've had a very good start to the season. They're above Liverpool. No, they're not. Liverpool are still second. They've won 3 from 3. But yeah, it's a very good start for them, and it's a very, very good result. And you have got to give them some credit for that. Even Brentford, they'd had a good start to the season. 2 wins and a loss before going to the Etihad and losing 2-1. So don't disrespect the likes of Forest, Brentford, Brighton, Fulham. You know, these teams are more than capable of giving people a game, but I think that there will be an air of disappointment, obviously, amongst Liverpool fans. But also, I would say, in general, we're looking at this Premier League and we're going, Man City are going to win it very easily, and there is no evidence to suggest that that's not going to be the case, is it? But let's not talk about Man City. Let's focus on Liverpool. Yeah, as a Man United fan, having been beaten by them 2 weeks ago, I take great joy in the fact that they've gone and lost at Anfield the next game against the side they should beat. And the frustration that they will be feeling as a rival is something that when we rarely win by quite comfortably margins, granted against Southampton, so it makes it an even better Saturday to know that Liverpool have dropped points at home in a game that really should be winning. They would not have been expecting that. And it is their burden to bear this weekend because they will be disappointed. These games are so frustrating because you'll spend your weekend going, if we played this game 10 times, we'd win it 9. And on the one time, we've bloody lost. So it is 3 points dropped. I mean, if they'd got a late equaliser, it would have been 2 points dropped. So they've just dropped 3 points. And you're going to be disappointed with that, even if you're going for 4th place. Like, these are the sort of games you look at. But maybe we're being a bit disrespectful. Maybe we are being a bit disrespectful to the Brightons and the Brentfords and the Nottingham Forests in this Premier League. Maybe they are going to be more competitive this season. Maybe beyond Manchester City, this league is getting more and more competitive. I mean, you know, looking at the lineups of some of these teams, they've got good players. But yeah, major shock for Liverpool. Get your comments in. What are your thoughts about that? I think I'm sort of stuck between 2 things here. One, people will be going, it's only the 4th game. You know, these things happen. Let's just not focus on it. And then there's a large part of me going, hold on a minute. We've got to focus on your first 3 wins in a row under Arne Slot. You know, you're going to win 4 or 5 in a row. You're going to be in a title race. We've got to focus on that. And I've done the videos on Arne Slot's adjustment to the Premier League and the style of football and how good it is. So we can do all that. But then when you lose at home to Nottingham Forest, just don't worry about it. And I think there is a lot of analysing that needs to go there. You do learn more from losses than you do draws. Draws, if they draw to Forest, that's still 2 points dropped, but you go, oh, we got a draw. So in one way, it might be a positive that they learn more from a loss than they would from a draw, whereas a draw would still be dropped points. It's only 1 point less to lose, but there will be more scrutiny maybe. And Slot doesn't strike me as the sort of person that's going to take that lying down. So look, I remember Solskjaer saying this when he first came into United. He won lots of games in a row and we were winning, and he was saying, we've got to lose at some point, and actually I don't want to lose, but that's when you will learn what we're all about, because we've got to lose at some point, and then it's like that momentum's gone. How do you pick yourself up? So you've got to lose. How will Liverpool react to it? Get your comments in below, smash a like on the video. I'll speak to you on the next one.